I feel like we're on a talk show with us with these chairs and stuff. Today I have a special guest. This is my friend Jaclyn. Do you want to tell her?
So I'm Jaclyn. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee-ish. I have been on an emotional healing journey for the last 2-ish years of my life, and God has really met me in that. I've done a lot of different things: codependency class, counseling. I've been doing a online program with video live coaching calls and things like that. And a lot of my heart is to help bring emotional healing to people. I'm not a professional. It's just life experience and being able to walk through things on my own. Yeah. And with God.
So my heart for having her here and do a video with her was she's helped me a lot processing and how to deal with my emotions and not suppress things. Like I said,
Disclaimer, I am not a professional.
There you go. Like I said, I naturally suppress my emotions and don't deal with them and all that. So my first question is, how do you become aware? I can do it without even being aware of it. I can just get through life and just not feel anything.
I think the first thing would be to recognize that, well, we're human and God gave us emotions, but we're not supposed to dwell in those emotions. And to become aware of them, I think whenever you're super frustrated or overwhelmed or whatever, there's different variations of it all. That figuring out why you feel that way. Why are you overwhelmed? Why are you so frustrated? Why are you to the point of tears? There's nothing wrong with being at that point, but you have to figure out what's the behind the scenes kind of thing emotionally.
Okay. What's the first steps of doing that, figuring it out?
I think just backtracking, do you want me to give an example of homework?
Sure.
Okay. When we've been doing school homework for DBS, because Lord help us all. It's a lot. And I think it's a lot more than we've even recognized that it was going to be, but it's such a growing thing and it's a good thing. It's just a lot. I don't want to discredit that.
Yeah.
But I think just the way that to help understand is a good example of we sit down for homework, you or I get super overwhelmed. Sometimes crying is involved. Yes. It's fun. And okay, well, what? It's not just homework. That's super surface level. You're not frustrated to the point of tears or overwhelmed to the point of tears because of homework. You're frustrated and overwhelmed because of emotions that have been shoved. So what's been happening through the day that you might have felt some emotion or had a hard time processing through. You haven't even processed it because you shoved it instead of processing through it. So what is that? Where is that coming from? It can be anything, a text message. It could be anything. I don't really have an example, but it can not even just be from that day. It can be from 10 years ago when you were a kid and something happened, somebody said something, a smell happened, any sensory anything could have happened and you could have been triggered, as much as I hate that word, back to a point in your childhood and you don't even know, but you're crying over your homework because you were triggered previously during the day.
Yeah.
But just even recognizing those emotions and then saying, okay, it's okay that I feel frustrated. It's okay that validating, saying, it's okay I'm frustrated. It's okay that I'm overwhelmed. Why? Ask Holy Spirit, say, Holy Spirit, why am I feeling so frustrated? Why am I so overwhelmed that I'm crying? What happened through the day that got me to this point of tears and you can't even focus on your homework because of all the emotions and everything. What have I been shoving all day, or what have I been shoving all week or all month or whatever? Holy Spirit can lead you in that. Well, I've suppressed my emotions for 10 plus years of my life. I'll be 27 in November, so 10 years of my life I've been numb to emotions, and it's because I have lived a life of people shaming me or me shaming myself. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like shaming yourself and not validating whether you've learned that behavior or whether you've taught it to yourself. Like validating your emotions. God gave you emotions for a reason, and not shaming yourself. Charlotte says it best. Guilt says you've done something wrong, and shame says you are the thing that's wrong. So can't allow the enemy or yourself to tell you that you're the thing that's wrong.
Yeah. I think that's something I definitely have learned with you in my life, is that I do that, and I did not realize I did that until you were like, yo, you're shaming yourself for feeling. And I'm like, I am.
Should statements, I should be. Some would and could statements. I could be better is a shameful statement. I should be doing this is a shameful statement. You're saying to yourself, there's something wrong with me, I need to be better. And I think I still make those statements. I still say should and could and would and all those things. But I think it's just learning how to retrain your brain.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the whole thing, retraining your brain, because I've spent 26 years, 26 and a half, however you want to say that, of my life like with one brainwave pattern.
Yeah.
And it only takes 28 days to change your thought process, but you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you don't start somewhere, you're never going to begin.
And it's hard and uncomfortable and
it's not easy. It
No.
sounds easy sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not easy. Yeah. Because being aware is the first step. Like you can't do anything without
Right.
being aware.
Yeah.
So Holy Spirit, what do I need to work on? Where am I shaming myself? How can I be better? How can I do better? So just being aware is the first to anything.
And I think, like you said, your emotions and your feelings are from God. It's just like learning how to, I guess, like not control them, but control them, like balance, like
find the balance.
Yeah.
Like don't be so caught up in your emotions and your feelings that you're not doing what God's asking you to do. But there's like a balance in it's like the plumb line. You can't be way over here. You can't be way over here. You have to be in the middle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's good. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think just remember that when you become aware, you're not stuck in your awareness, and asking Holy Spirit to guide you in how to train your brain. I think it's a process, and it's not all just going to happen overnight. Like, absolutely, God can make it happen overnight, but He's probably not going to, because you have a lifetime of things that you've suppressed or whatever, and so it's a process, and just giving credit and validating the process. And it's okay to have hard days. Just try not to remain in those hard days. Like, think about the goodness of the Lord, and think about where God's brought you to. He brought you to awareness, and that's great in itself. That's the first step. So you're already step one, and just walking through with the Holy Spirit saying, okay, I'm aware. It's okay that I'm feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way? Help me. And just relying on the Lord.
Yeah. And just know that it's a process, like she said. You're growing. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Growing's not easy. Jesus didn't have an easy life either. And I think a lot of times we kind of get caught up in like, this should be easy. I'm living the Christian life. Jesus didn't have a good, like, easy life. He had a good life, but he didn't have like an easy life either. He had hard times. And why do we think that we're better than Jesus? And why do we think we deserve more than Jesus? So.
Got him. Well, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed having Jaclyn here just to share a little bit. That's it. Goodbye.